In this video of BIM 360 Glue, we're going to take a look at how we can fully leverage this entire process of setting up tasks, task templates, leveraging equipment, but also checklists all while in the field. So the first step, now that I've connected up to my iPad, is actually to go ahead and synchronize the changes that have happened throughout the project. Basically, it's going to be an upload-download process that just makes sure that the iPad is directly in sync with the desktop version. Typically this takes a couple of minutes just to go ahead and catch up. Once it's completed, we'll go ahead and get started. Now I can see the synchronization is fully caught up, so I'm just going to go and close out of the synchronization. I'm actually going to navigate over to my tasks panel. Here I can see that all my tasks are sorted out by the ID or the number value. So if I scroll to the bottom of the list, I can see that at the bottom, task number 14 is that weekly walkthrough that we previously set up in BIM 360 Field. So I'm simply going to select in on that task, and it's going to bring me to the details page of it, where I can quickly see the name, description, the categories associated, in this case installation, pre-installation, and also inspection of work. We're also going to be able to leverage the responsible party and also the time and date that it's responsible for. Further, I can drill into the checklists that are associated with this specific task. These are all things that we previously set up in the template. So to view these, I can go ahead and look at the list view of this specific checklist. Now in theory, if I'm the contractor out in the field needing to go through this checklist and verify certain conditions for my ERV installation, I can go ahead and say the dimensions are correct, we have the proper overhang at the curb, we also have the locations of connections properly located. One thing that we do see an issue with is that we don't actually have that flashing gap over our drip edge. So I'm going to go ahead and select no for that verification. As I do that, on the left hand side you can see that one issue is now being created next to that checklist value number 4. Just to finish up the checklist, I'm going to go ahead and say yes, we've maintained all the clearance dimensions, so we're good to go on that checklist. I'll basically exit back out and navigate back to the ERV task page. Here I can further leverage any equipment views, but also see that now under issues, I actually have an issue created that's contingent on that specific checklist because we didn't have that ½ inch off the curb. So I can check in on this issue, see exactly what's going on. If I wanted to actually add an attachment to that, I could leverage the photo capabilities with the iPad, actually snap a photo and apply it, or even provide any comments. In this case, we'll say we have to revise. Go ahead and say yes, and the little plus symbol to go ahead and add that comment. So back in the new issue, I can see that I can assign out a priority. Let's go ahead and assign this out as critical. Status will be open. The author, the due date, will make this as soon as possible. Keep it on today. And then location, we can also reference the mechanical roof, which is where we are placing that ERV unit. Now that issue has been created, the associated party has been notified, and we know that there's actually work to be had to finish out this checklist or task. So that's just one way within BIM 360 Field that we can fully leverage the entire ecosystem of our data, but clearly, most importantly, being able to connect into the field to convey that information.